How you doing, guys? I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. As you guys can see, I have Perceptor from the Studio Series 86 movie line. This is another pretty cool toy I've been looking forward to add to my collection. I finally had a chance to put him through his paces, had him sitting on my desk, and it's a pretty cool figure. So I'd figure I'd throw a video up there for anyone who may be interested. As you guys can see, you get your standard Studio Series 86 box, Perceptor there. There's the shots of the box itself. Here's the actual figure with the transformation. You guys can see here, you also get a background here of the movie, right? And this is inside of here. I'll take it out for you guys. So here's the backing. I guess it's pretty cool again for photography. It's a little mangled, at least mine is. So this is one of the parts that comes in. The actual background, it's rather interesting. With the stand and everything, it's a second part here, right? So this is where the figure is actually attached to. That's why it's all mangled. But then you also get the actual background here, which is pretty cool. Again, this is when he's telling Ultra Magnus about the tactical deficiency when the Decepticons are attacking Autobot City. Pretty cool. If that's something you want to use for background photography, it's pretty cool. Again, that they include that. In addition to the whatever else comes in this box, the background, you also get your instructions. Of the transformation, which is a fairly simple transformation, which I appreciate it for this one. But yeah. So onto the figure itself. It comes in robot mode. Again, I do think this Studio Series 86 line and, the upcoming Legacy and the War for Cybertron lines have brought us some really cool figures, at least for me. Very accurate of what I saw in the movie, in the cartoons, my childhood, etc. So this is another one of those along the same lines. It's a pretty cool toy. Perceptor, you guys can see him there. The sculpt, it's pretty spot on to the animation. It's really cool how they're able to now bring all these figures to us. As a child, we had Transformers, but I do like how better the designs are now, at least most of them. You do get a gun with this guy. Not much to talk about. Pretty plain, actually. There's some detailing here on the inside, but it's not too bad. The main guy, again, here's Perceptor. Here's his face sculpt. Pretty accurate to what we saw in the movie and the subsequent cartoons. The chest is pretty cool. Kind of opens. Reminds me of a blaster or Soundwave type thing. That's part of his transformation. I call it a cannon, but I know that's part of his transformation. But this is on a hinge here. You can move it out if you wanted to. I guess it just kind of looks like it's hanging in the back. But you can also move this out of the way as part of the transformation if you wanted to. But normally it would go like this. And it does attach into place. He has your standard articulation. His shoulders, elbows. The hands do not turn or anything. But you can see the gap there. That's part of the transformation. Same thing on this side. You can play around, rotate his waist fully. He does the splits pretty well, actually all the way. You guys can see it there. The legs do rotate all the way. He has the knees, full knees, actually pretty cool. He could step up all the way like that. And there is some ankle tilt, actually pretty good ankle tilt. Overall, really cool figure. Again, very reminiscent of the cartoon and movie. There's the Autobot insignia on the chest. The back, again, nothing much, but there's some good detailing. Again, I don't like this space here, kind of empty, but that's where the head goes for the transformation. But it's a really, really cool figure. And since he's already in robot mode, I figure we could do some comparisons to some of the figures I have here. The main one being this Combiner Wars, I believe it's Combiner Wars or Titans Returns. Perceptor, he's got a bit of a bum knee. He's also a headmaster. His head transforms. And you guys can see right the differences there. This is pretty animation accurate, and this is very toy accurate. I do like the size better in this guy. Um, I like this guy better on the left, right? It's Studio Series 86 just being an updated, figure and being more accurate to the cartoon, which is what I prefer. It's more along the lines of what I was looking for, but I just sort of wanted you guys to sort of see them there together. So those are the two main Perceptors that I have in my collection. I like this one better. This was not so bad. It's going for the toy accuracy type of look. Mine's his knees a little loose, but his figure is getting up there in age. The cool thing that this guy has, this one doesn't, which I don't know if it'll matter to folks, is you can actually turn this thing up here and it makes the thing come out, So this one doesn't do that. That's kind of just there. Doesn't do anything, but I still sort of prefer this guy. I prefer the height, I prefer the color, I prefer the whole animation look. Okay, so next figure we'll bring up, I had this sweep sort of just laying around there. If you guys wanted to see the size comparison there, that's not Scourge. So again, from the same movie type of series, or well, anyway, this guy was not Studio Series. I believe he may have been Kingdom. So many toys coming out or have come out that I can't keep track anymore. But there you go. There's the comparison. Obviously, you can see this guy's uh, taller than Perceptor, but I think that's pretty accurate. So there's that. We'll move him aside. The next one I have Optimus Prime. You always gotta have Optimus Prime ready. So there you go. Again, I think awesome scale that works pretty well there. Totally different lines. This is Earthrise Optimus Prime, and this is Studio Series 86. So again, they mix really well if that's your thing, which is what I love about all these new line of Transformers figures. Next we have Minibot. Here's a Cliff Jumper. Again, I think that scales pretty well. I do not have the new, I guess, Bumblebee line of Cliff Jumper. I hope I can find them at Target one of these days. I hate when they make things exclusives to stores. But this is if I'm remembering correctly, again, this may be Earthrise. Somebody will correct me. But there you go. There's the size difference with a little small Minibot. And then what I call his movie mate. Here he is with Blaster, and you can reenact the whole scene where Perceptor's asking Blaster about sending a communication up to Optimus Prime on Moon Base 1. Again, I could be wrong, but really cool that you're able to have all these toys and all these figures from my childhood and put them together. So there you go. There is Blaster and Perceptor side by side. So I think with that comparison out of the way, we'll go through the transformation, which is relatively simple. So essentially, I like to start off here at the top with the head. You just tilt it back, turn it around fully so that it faces his back like that, and then just push it in. Once that's done, the next thing you could do is pull the arms out slightly like this, like that, and just twist the arms. And then the next thing you do is move that, just push the hands in. The right hand for mine, it's a little hard to take off sometimes. But there you go. So turn that. Okay, we'll leave them like that for now. The next thing is these shoulder pieces are on a hinge on both sides. So the first thing you'll do is move this out like that so that it sits like that. And there is a peg and a tab that goes into that section here on that part. And it kind of just tabs in place. And you kind of have that, and you can undo this to make it sit like that. The next thing you do is Now that you've done that, there's a tab here that goes into this section on the arm. So you're just gonna do that. And same thing on this side. There's a tab there. And there you go. So that's pretty much the top part, with one exception that I'll do in a second. You kind of just turn the, sorry, you don't turn the waist. You move the arms out, you move the legs out, pretty much make them do a full split, and then turn them around so that they turn on this hinge like that. And then the feet, you kind of just put them like that. Same thing here. You turn this, turn the leg here again on this hinge, and make sure that the foot kind of just sits like that. And then the last part is just this chest part that you pull out. And that is pretty much it. There is Perceptor and his alternate mode. Pretty simple presentation, or transformation rather. I like that Autobot insignia is really cool. But you know, Perceptor, this was pretty much his main mode. You guys could see he's pretty much kind of just sitting down, which again it's pretty accurate to what was in that show. And you could, you know, move this part in and out if you wanted to, up and down rather. But if that's your thing, you know, that's something he could do. He could actually transform into his very accurate mode from the movie. Really cool. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the other Perceptor so you guys could see him in these modes. All right, so here we are back with both Perceptors in their mode here. And just wanted to show these so you guys could see the differences and the similarities as well. I mean, the transformations are pretty similar. The legs go the same way, the arms go through the same type of a movement, etc. This guy right here is a bit smaller, you guys could see there. And again, they're both kind of just sitting down. Really cool. Again, I prefer this one. This is not so bad. I just think the proportions on the Studio Series 86 are much better. The cool thing that I do appreciate that this one does, and it's the smallest thing like I mentioned earlier, is you could turn the knob here and that extends. I guess it's kind of cool that they decided to add that. It's not a huge thing. This one you can't. The other cool thing is that you could turn this left and right. You cannot turn this so much here. It's just because of the way it's assigned on a hinge. Yeah, but there you go. There's two of them in their in that mode. Cool. Okay guys, so just to wrap up the video, I think this is another great Studio Series 86 figure. No complaints from my end. I really do think they nailed it again with the overall look of the figure, pretty much, you know, the movie look, the cartoon look. The transformation is very simple. I'm probably gonna end up keeping this guy in robot mode most of the time. My only gripes are probably this thing back here that's empty for the transformation, the same thing with the arms here. But no biggie, again, it's not anything that ruins the figure for me. Again, no issues. I think they did. I really do like the head sculpt. Very plain, but that was Perceptor, you know, that's pretty much who he was. So it's really cool that we now have a good representation of this guy. So I would say if this is something you've been looking for, waiting for, go out and get it. I think he's available now in most places. He's not exclusive or anything. Here he is next to his little buddy. He's probably gonna get retired now. But just wanted to put him there. You guys could see him. He fits in really well with all these other different lines and figures, etc. Really cool. But really, yeah, nothing else to say. If you've got any questions, you know, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, I hope you found this helpful. Perceptor is definitely a go. It's a great figure. And, you know, enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe out there. And thank you for your very, very valuable time. Take care.